Sean Russell, any parts that you would strictly go with OEM or generally look at all options? Talking about where we had the problem with the fuel pump on the little bully netter and it ended up frying our ECU. Now for this, I would definitely say like sensors and stuff like that, I'm going to try and stick straight OEM. Like I'm going to be OEM across the board. But when it gets into this bigger stuff, like the fuel pump stuff like that, I mean, you're talking huge price differences from an $800 pump to a $78 pump. So I'm generally going to be looking at all options, but I'm going to be sticking as close to OEM as I possibly can. Even on oil filters and stuff like that, I try and, put Yamaha, and water separators too, like using a quality water separator. So Raycors over like Sierra and Sea Choice, stuff like that. And even, the Yamaha water separators, the Mercury water separators, I try and stick with OEM stuff altogether just because it seems like a better product. Now, oil filters, same thing. Like I was saying, I would stick with the OEM. Also, the sensors, now a lower unit. So you got SCIs and OBRs that can save you a ton of money if you blow a lower unit, but they only make certain models, certain stuff. So I ran an SCI for 3 years on my Yamaha OX66. So it definitely will save you quite a bit of money on that aspect, lower unit wise. But yeah, alternators, starters, sensors, I pretty much try and stay OEM. I don't really go much into the trial world of the aftermarket stuff. Austin Hall, where do you like to get parts aside from eBay and Amazon? I really will shop around. So knowing local dealers, marinas, having, relationships with different places like that, and I'll shop it around. So Amazon, eBay, Marketplace, I don't really find much off Craigslist, but the marinas that I know, and then also partsview.com, boats.net.com or boats.net, and I will basically, shop around and see who's got the best rate and all that kind of thing. So those are my top places, but the marinas, usually I have relationships with places to where I can get deals on stuff, and they all have accounts with Land and Sea, Donovan, Port Supply, and the major manufacturer distribution centers. So usually I kind of go that route over eBay and Amazon. Greg says the fuel pump is probably the most common part people cheap out on with an aftermarket parts. There is a reason that OEM is 5 times the cost as the cheap one. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, like the fuel pump is what everybody goes for an aftermarket pump because you're talking not 5 times, but 7 times in some situations. Like, from a $50 pump to an $800 pump is a big jump. And, yeah, that is one of the problems that I would say is that the problem that I had was the amp draw, but you kind of live and learn on that situation there. So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, you can see another one over here or watch the full episode over here.